Hey, what's happening, folks? Textboy91 here, and EA dropped some new Team of the Week items. They dropped 9 new cards. 8 of them are in packs. One of them you have to get a collectible for, which will be the DeMarco Murray. I'll go ahead and show you that one right now. I do not like the collection or for the collectible idea, but I wish they would just use the fantasy cards, but after a while they do get cheap. As of now, Aaron Rodgers, I probably paid 40K to get mine done, and if you guys were to do this collection right now, you could probably get it for around 20K, maybe a little cheaper than that. Most of these cards are going for 5K and less. I know I picked up a 23-yard interception return for a touchdown for 1,000 coins today, so if you guys do want a good quarterback for a cheap price, probably the same price as Elite, go ahead and do the collection right there, and you can get it done. But right here is DeMarco Murray. Same coin reward, same 94 overall card. I'm probably gonna do this collection maybe next week once the prices come down. So you guys just be patient. The collectibles probably will get put in packs again next Monday, and they'll do all pro packs once again to get your coins, and then people will sell them for super cheap the day the Team of the Week items come out. So just be prepared for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that collection. Marco Murray looks like a pretty beast back too. I'm not even a Cowboys fan, but he might be better than Doug Martin. So we'll see how that goes next week. And let's go ahead and look at the new 9 cards they dropped. They dropped a lot of good stuff, and I'm hoping I can get one of these cards maybe in the next couple of weeks for a nice price. But right now they dropped Jake Locker, Mark Barron, O.C. Umenyiora, Santonio Holmes, Greg Hardy, Jordan Cameron, also an Aaron Henderson. I almost said that wrong. Antonio Brown, Major Wright, and of course the DeMarco Murray I just showed you guys. So let's go ahead and look at some of these cards in the auction block, and let's see what they're going for and see how those stats look right now. All right, so the first card we're looking at right now is Jake Lockers, 85 overall quarterback. He had a pretty big week against the Chargers, won them the game at the end. Oh my, 86 speed. I know he was fast in college, but he got a lot faster. I believe he's faster than Cam Newton right now. So I don't agree with that, but hey, 86 speed. His quarterback is quick, and since he's Caucasian, aka white, people might not think he's fast. He might be a good pickup for that reason. Plus, a 94 throw power. Seems like he'd be a nice card just to have on the roster, just in case one of your quarterbacks goes down. But comparing him to Aaron Rodgers, of course, he's faster. He has more agility. Throw power is virtually the same. I'd throw awareness out the window. Injuries worse, but Aaron Rodgers get injured a lot, so I don't think that he can be the worst injured quarterback in the game in Jake Locker. And he has pretty much the Aaron Rodgers throw accuracy and throw deep is a lot better, but not by much. So I paid about 40K for Aaron Rodgers, and if I known they're going to drop a Jake Locker, I probably wouldn't have done that. But I do like Aaron Rodgers' throw accuracy, which is pretty good. At a 90, I can pretty much hit any receiver on any route without worrying about the ball getting overthrown. So I do like that about Aaron Rodgers. But Jake Locker for 6,500 coins, and it's only going to get cheaper than that right now. That's going to be a solid pickup for anybody to have on their team who's struggling at quarterback position, who is struggling to find a nice guy on their team. This guy will be a good fit, especially with that 6'3" body frame. He's going to be hard to bring down when he gets in the open field. So let's go ahead and look at the next card. All right, the next card we're looking at right now from week 3 is Mark Barron. I know Dream Green's going to pick him up as soon as he gets the coins too. Go and look at his stats. 76 tackling, seems about right. I think he's a hard-hitting safety. He's not known for his tackling, but I don't think anybody in the NFL is known for tackling anymore. Good speed at an 85, but it's not as quick as some receivers are, but it's probably on par, I believe, with Troy Polamalu. He seems like a pretty solid card, but it's not as impressive as I thought it was going to be, but for 85 overall, but it's pretty on average, I believe, with some of these, maybe Cam Chancellor. Yeah, Cam Chancellor is a little bit slower. Agility is the same as the same man, better tackling. But it looks pretty much the same as Cam Chancellor, and he's a lot cheaper. Going for 7,500 coin by Cam Chancellor, probably going for 10. Go ahead and compare him with Troy Polamalu just for the heck of it. Yeah, Polamalu's faster, better agility, and he has better tackling, worse tackling than Mark Barron does. So I'm not too impressed with this card, but if you guys need a strong safety that will get the job done for a cheap price, 7,500 coins is not a bad price to pay for, especially once people start buying packs later on. These cards will be probably rolling for like 3,000 coins. So it'll be a nice pick for you guys struggling to find players in your team for cheap. Go ahead and save them coins up. Don't buy packs. Use that 7,500 coins you were going to buy a pack with and reinvest in getting your team better. And Mark Barron to be a good start there. All right, the next card we're looking at right now is Jordan Cameron. Had a pretty big week. Brian Hoyer was his favorite target from the Browns. He's 88 overall. He's going for the same price as Jimmy Graham, who was 92. So let's go ahead and look at these card stats. I still need to get a better tight end on my team. And until I find one with better run blocking than 63, I'm definitely not going to be paying 23K for. If I were to buy a tight end, it would probably be Gronkowski. But right now, 63 run block, he will not get the job done. But he does have some good speed. He also has some good catching. But it's not that impressive. I don't really think this card warrants 23K price. And It might not go down. I don't know. People will love their tight ends in this game. Go ahead and compare him to Jared Cook. Jared Cook is an 80 and that's an 88. He's faster, of course. He also has worse catching stats, but I find Jared Cook to be really reliable, and he's going for a lot cheaper than Jordan Cameron is right now. And these are some pretty bad tight ends to compare it to, but 23K for you this card, and you can go buy Jimmy Graham, the elite, or buy any other elite tight end that'd be better than this card for a lot cheaper. So I'd hold off on buying this card unless they get down around 10K. Then I would say pick it up. But until then, card doesn't really warrant that price. You know, he did have a big week. 3 touchdowns, 66 yards on 6 receptions. It's kind of bad luck right there. 666 and 3. Oh no, I'm about to have some bad luck now. Let's go look at the next card. All right, right here we have O.C. Manure. He fled from the Giants down to Atlanta to not be on an 0-3 team. He had a pretty big week. He sacked, I believe, what's his name? I know his name. I'm doing a Dolphin CCM. Wow, I don't know his name. Ryan Tannehill, he sacked Ryan Tannehill twice, had 5 tackles in that game. Looking at his stats, I do love his finesse move being at a 93. I do believe he is that athletic. He can get by the left tackle with his more with the spin move or more with moves that are really quick and agile, better than his power move. I don't like the 70 overall rest of his stats with the strength and the tackling and the block shedding, but his finesse moves right at where it should be. He has some good speed at 84, but I don't think he's the fastest right in the game right now. Go ahead and compare him to Robert Quinn, who came out in week 1. Robert Quinn is faster, and he also has better strength, and his power moves a lot better. So Robert Quinn pretty much is a better, I want to say, run stuffer than O.C. Manure is. O.C. Manure probably is a better pass rusher. So if you guys need a good pass rusher to go out there on third down, third and long, or throughout the entire game, O.C. Manure would be a card for you. Robert Quinn would probably be a nice guy to have if you're trying to stop the run. But for 5,000 coins, it's only going to get cheaper than that later on down the line. They drop more content to the game. I would say pick this card up probably between 2,000 and 3,000 coins if you guys can. And like I said, if you guys build your team on a budget, if you don't pay 7,500 coins for a pack, you might as well try to get a couple cards for around 1,000 to 2,000 coins there, and just keep building your team up that way. And then play games online, and then you can get coins to buy packs that way. That's just my opinion, but you know what? You guys probably don't respect my opinion. All right, let's go look at the next card. All right, right here we have Santonio Holmes going for 9,000 coins, and it's only going to get cheaper than this. This card was around 50K when it first came out, and it dropped all the way down to 9, so I can only assume it's going to get down to probably around 7 to 5K. So it's a nice card. Looking at its stats, is pretty good speed and also a really high spectacular catch. And I'm comparing him to Steve Smith instead of comparing him to Julio Jones or Largent is because he's going for cheaper than them. And I try to get stuff in the same range for the most part for you guys that are going to be shopping on a budget because Steve Smith is going for around 8,000 coins and Santonio Holmes is going for around 9. If his price drops even lower, I would definitely pick him up for that price because Steve Smith is a nice slot receiver, but Santonio Holmes' stats look a lot better in the aspect of the spectacular catching and the speed, so he can fit my slot a lot better than Steve Smith can at the moment, but I'm probably going to wait to pick him up. But 9,000 coins is not a bad price for a nice slot receiver that has sure hands and also is a former Super Bowl MVP. You got to show that guy some respect. Let's go ahead and look at the next card, and it's a Panther. Woo! All right, right here we have Greg Hardy, a.k.a. the Kraken. The card I'm going to have to give this price gets cheaper. Only because he's a Panther. He had a pretty big week, though. Sacked Eli Manning 3 times. He had a pretty good combine workout. He wasn't known as a workhorse. He was kind of known as a guy that could be more consistent. So I was glad to see him have success in the NFL at such a young age. Go ahead and look at these stats. And I don't understand what warrants this card to be an 88 overall left in. He might have some better in-depth chart stats, but right now the power move and pursuit and the block shit are the only thing that's high in this card. Everything else is in the low 70s. The speed is right. He ran a 4.8, I believe, at the combine, so he's not the fast defensive end, but he's pretty strong. He pretty much can blow up tackles. And he did a good job of that last year when he sacked, I believe, Matt Ryan like 3 times in one game. So I'm going to have to get this card, but I don't really think that these stats warrant an 8 overall card. But hey, I ain't complaining. The card boosts my team overall because my left end right now, as you guys can see, is Rob Ninkovich. And he's terrible. But I don't really use him. I use Von Miller anyway. So once I get Greg Hardy, Von Miller might go Von Moose, but there's another Panther coming out this week that I'm going to have to get that might just bump all these cards out of the way, and I'll go and explain that to you guys at the end of the video, so stick around for that. But yeah, Greg Hardy, 7,000 coins. I'm going to buy him probably for around 5,000 later on this week, but if his price stays at 7,000, I'm going to get him anyway. But I don't know. I don't think you guys should buy this card. I think you guys probably should go ahead and buy maybe a Robert Quinn or O.C. McGurn. His price gets cheaper and put him over at that right end spot or left end spot because it'd be a better price and also might be a little bit better card with the speed that they have there because you need some speed on the field trying to win games. So let's go ahead and look at the next card. All right, right here we have Aaron Henderson at 89 middle linebacker. So right off the bat, I noticed the rating, and I'm like, this card has to be on par with Patrick Willis going for 45,000 coins. Because if he's going for 45,000 coins and Patrick Willis is going for 60,000 coins, what will make you buy this card? It has to be a cheaper Patrick Willis. Go ahead and flip the back of this card over. Man, this card's stats aren't that impressive whatsoever for 89 overall card right off the bat. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm going to compare him to Kuechly. He has a worse tackle than Kuechly right off the bat. He also has a lower speed with an 82. He has a worse agility. Block shed's pretty much the same. Pursuit's worse. Play rec's worse, and he's stronger. So you can pretty much pay 45,000 coins for Aaron Henderson, and instead of paying 5,000 for Kuechly. So I probably not gonna buy this card unless they come out once it comes out like around like 10K cheaper than that, so I can go ahead and see what the depth chart stats look like. Because right now, this card is pretty disappointing. Like, is it better than this Mason Foster? Yeah, it's basically on par with Mason Foster, but it's not that good of a card in my opinion. And going for that price tag, I thought it might be higher, so I'm kind of disappointed in that card. It may have some high in-depth chart stats. If you guys know what they are, let me know in the comment section below. But I wouldn't touch this car. I will only pay 10K for it, honestly. Like, I will only pay 10K for it. I'm not knee jerking based off the first glance. The card stats aren't better than Kuechly. He's going for 7,000, and that's ridiculous. That's blatantly absurd. Maybe because it's man defense, but I'm still I'm tired of rationalizing bad behavior here. All right, we got one more card to look at. Let's go see what it is. All right, we are on to our last card, which is the DirecTV Star of the Week in Major Right. He had a pretty big game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, helping them get that victory and ensuring the Bears go 3-0. And looking at the 92 overall rating in the strong safety spot, I think this card has some crazy stats. Let's go and take a peek real quick. All right, no, he doesn't. I'm looking at these stats. The only thing that stands out to me is the 90 zone coverage. And other than that, everything else is pretty average and in line with a regular strong safety. So we'll go ahead and compare just maybe because I'm tripping right now, maybe because I'm not looking at it clearly. Cam Chancellor, so he has pretty similar stats other than the man coverage, but he has worse zone, but everything else is on par with pretty much similar stats. Troy Polamalu, cover vote, let's see. He has worse zone, but everything else is pretty much similar on par except for man coverage. And LaRon Landry, zone coverage is bad too, and everything else is pretty much on par except for man coverage. So other than that, Major Right can be utilized. It looks like playing some man, but his whole scheme is zone coverage. So pretty much, are you guys comfortable spending 105,000 coins on a zone coverage safety? And of course, this price is going to drop later on down the line because Mario Williams, who was going probably 200,000 coins last week, I could have picked him up today for 30,000 coins, but I didn't need to have him on my team. So these cards are going to get cheaper. You just got to wait. But 105,000 coins right now for a strong safety when you can go buy probably 90 overall Troy Polamalu for like 40,000 coins would be a better pickup. Or Eric Weddle going for 21, who leads a 91 overall strong safety. So there's a lot of good options out there you can buy for your team. And you just have to be patient and just wait it out, or just blow all your coins on this card. But right now, I honestly wouldn't touch this card. If I had a million coin, I wouldn't buy this card regardless, because it doesn't make any sense to buy the card right now, especially because you're paying all that coin for zone coverage. Not worth it, in my opinion. But those are the cards for this week. Unfortunately, I cannot show you DeMarco Murray because his stats or his card is not auctionable, so I don't have his stats on me, but I will put the link to my Twitter in the description so you guys can go see the picture on there yourselves. Or I could have put a video. I could attach the video. I'm not going to do that. I'm lazy. All right, but I did tease what week 3's football outsider cards are. So you guys ready to hear what they are? Are you guys ready to hear what they are? So there are going to be, I believe, 5 cards like they generally are. I have no idea which ones are going to be limited edition this week, but it doesn't matter. You guys can take a guess in the comment section below and debate which one's going to be limited edition or not. But the 5 cards are Eric Decker, Charles Johnson, Leon Hall, Kyle Long, and Jordan Mills from Chicago. So they got 2 Chicago offensive linemen, and then they got a Bengals cornerback, Carolina Panther defensive end, who I'm going to have to get, and also Eric Decker for you Bronco fans out there. So I'll put that link in the description of Football Outsiders Twitter as well, so you guys can check that out, along with putting the card's going to be in the Football Outsiders this Friday, so stay tuned for that. And like I said before, if you guys like this series, like the video, show it some love, and share it with everybody that you know that plays this game so they can pretty much get a good uneducated opinion on these cards and what they're going for. But other than that, I've got nothing else for you guys tonight. So once again, I'm out this mother bleeper. Peace.